Your prayers have woken me from my endless dream. Or perhaps you have entered my dream, and I still sleep. I think others have sometimes spoken to me. Others like you, but my memory is doubtful. Perhaps the others came after you. Your need must be great for the gods to allow us to speak. As Umaril the Accursed found a way back, the foulest of a foul race, 1,000 curses upon his unholy name. I thought I'd won, but I should have known. The slave masters are a cunning breed. Umaril found a way to cheat death as I could not. If you would seek for my relics, I know little that can help you. All that has passed since my death is like mists that my mind cannot take hold of. My friends built a shrine upon the site of my death, where the elves tormented me in a final act of revenge. I can show you where it once stood. Perhaps it is there still. Fare thee well, Sir Knight. May the gods grant.
By the strength and guidance of the Nine, who comes before us upon this sacred ground, seeking the cuirass of the divine Crusader? Step forward, adventurer, and face us each in honorable combat. For the vows we fail to revere in life, we shall uphold in death. No unworthy soul shall lay hands upon this sacred artifact without the leave of the Knights of the Nine. Sir Casimir, step forward. Impressive. You have bested Sir Casimir. Now, Sir Ralphus. Sir Ralphus, you have fallen. Step back and let the challenge continue. Sir Henrik, come forward and prove yourself. Yeah! You have overcome half of us, and yet you remain standing. Perhaps Sir Caius shall test your true mettle. Fury of faith that I have not seen in in centuries, but now you face Sir Junkin. Lost, Sir. Sir Torolf, show the challenger the ferocity of the North. Yeah! You have stood against the Knights of the Nine and lived. However, the final test is upon you. Ready yourself, sir, and face me! In 300 years, none have stood against us and lived. Step forward and claim what is yours by right. May your faith be true. I hope I can help. You completed the quest that I could not. I'm glad that my death at least served to lead you here, as I had hoped. The original Order of the Nine was founded with the intention of safekeeping the Crusader's relics. In life, we failed at this task. In death, we seek to preserve what little we accomplish while we wait for one to come and finish what we began. One of the mightiest knights of my day. It was a great boost to the Order's prestige when he joined. Unfortunately, he and I did not see eye to eye on certain matters. He left the Order during the War of the Red Diamond and never returned. Be seeing you.
Well, look who we've got here. Who's there?
Join my trophies, nothing.
Well, well, look who we've got here!
Die!
Thank you for rescuing me. I've lost track of how long they've held me here. I am Sir Thedred. I came here seeking the shield of the Crusader, and was ambushed by these cowards. They've held me here since. I've been held prisoner by these scoundrels for the longest time. They want to know how to reach the shield, and believed I would help them. When I refused, they locked me here, and only let me out to torture me. They got nothing from me. I can't go with you if that's what you mean. I'm too weak. I need to rest. Once I have my strength, I will certainly join your cause. You'll have to go on alone, but the knowledge I've gained may be of use to you. Before finding this place, I learned a bit about those who created it. It's designed to keep the shield hidden and safe. A phrase kept coming up in the writings I found. When the eyes of the Guardians are upon you, Julianos will show you favor. I'm not sure how, but I just know it's a clue for making it safely through these ruins. You're the only one I've told. I hope it helps you.
Well, well, look who we've got here.
Nothing. This.
If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get!
it's you. Hi.
All are welcome here. What brings you to the altar of Kinnereth, my child? You have been in the chapel of Kinnereth from the moment you stepped outdoors. Have you not felt her presence? We gather here to pay tribute to all of the blessings she bestows upon us. You would seek the holy relic Kinnereth has bestowed upon the world. Then you must prove yourself worthy. Kinnereth's creations guard her relic, and you must pass the test before you may be granted the boots. I cannot say what it will be, for I do not know. Kinnereth herself will decide in what manner you shall be tested. All I can do is direct you to the Grove of Trials, and remind you to heed Kinnereth's teachings. Fear and respect nature and all her creations. Not far from here, to the west, nestled within the great forest, it is a place many would overlook. I warn you that it is unwise to take anyone with you. You should go there alone. Indeed, nature itself is Kinnereth's domain. All its creatures are her wards. You would do well to remember this when it comes time for your test. Then proceed directly to the grove, as your test has begun. Kinnereth may choose to guard you along the way. That is up to her. Good luck. You have been in the chapel of Kinnereth from the moment you stepped outdoors. Have you not felt her presence? We gather here to pay tribute to all of the blessings she bestows upon us. Those who live by the commands of the Nine receive blessings of strength when they visit way shrines of Tiber Septim. You too.
Good morning.
Welcome, Knight Commander. The gauntlets, eh? They're a Relder's responsibility. Speak to him about them.
Goodbye.
What is it? What brings you here, my lady?
Ah, yes. The gauntlets have been here for ages. I know only the basic story behind them. They're more of a novelty these days. My only real involvement with them these days is keeping the youngsters from hurting themselves trying to pick the gauntlets up. What is your interest in them, if I may ask? Oh, I'm afraid that's quite impossible. They don't move, not even a bit, as if they're the heaviest things in the world. Don't you know the story behind them? I'm not, familiar with all the details, but I know roughly what happened. Yes, well, I don't know the whole thing. A great many years ago, a knight of the Old Order did something terrible, and the gauntlets just fell off. They dropped to the floor right where he stood, and no one could lift them. It was a sign of the curse placed upon this knight by Stendarr, I think. That curse still lingers on today, in fact. Poor Kellen. Oh, why, he's a descendant of that very knight from so long ago. The curse has affected his family all these years. He suffers from it now. He came here from Hammerfell seeking a cure, but, well, there's really nothing that can be done for him, I think. He may know more of the story than I. Perhaps you should speak with him, if he's feeling well enough. It's a horrible thing, truly. One cannot help but pity those such as Kellen, who have such a burden placed on them, through no fault of their own. But if it is the will of the Nine, then there is little that can be done. The gauntlets have been here far longer than any of us. I don't expect that to ever change. They'll almost certainly be here long after we're all gone. Certainly after Kellen's family has died out. He's down in the chapel hall, resting. You may speak to him if you like. Hey! You're the one they call the hero of Kvatch, aren't you? The one that closed the Oblivion Gate and saved the city? Good day.
Hi there. What is it? Is there a cure? Has Aurelder found a cure? I know there's something he's not telling me. Ah, so you've heard it, have you? Terrible curse. Been in the family almost longer than anyone can remember. When I was younger, I could live with it. Wasn't so bad. But it's only gotten worse over time. I'd come here, to the place it all happened, in the hopes that something could be done. I fear I haven't much time left otherwise. Aurelder has let me stay, mostly out of pity, I think. But there's something else. I swear he knows more than he tells. You've seen them, I assume. The only evidence of what happened so many years ago. Do you know that I thought perhaps I could lift them? That somehow this curse would be lifted if I could pick them up. I tried for hours, until my whole body ached, and I could barely move. I lay there on the floor next to them, weeping. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I've been at the end of my rope for far too long to be ashamed of anything. The church is still in turmoil from the attack on the Chapel of Dibella. I don't think anyone has had time to really study this prophet's teachings. My best advice would be to go, listen carefully, and decide for yourself. I've seen plenty of pity in people's eyes over the years. I grew up recognizing it. But with Aurelder, there's something else there. And when he speaks to me, there are times I'd swear he sounds apologetic. Guilty, even. Why would that be? What reason does he have to hold back information? I know I'm a doomed man one way or the other. Speak to him if you can. Convince him to tell me what he knows as a dying man's last wish. I don't know why they're still here. They're so heavy, and I'm so weak. What does Stendarr want from me? You too.
Well met. I cannot face him. I know what might be done for him, but I haven't the will to do it. I wish I could help him. Truly I do. But I cannot muster the strength to damn myself on his behalf. The curse. I know what would lift it, but I cannot do it. The only way to free Kellen of his curse is to take it on myself. I am not strong enough to do this, and so I am a failure. I fail Kellen every time I speak to him, and I fail Stendarr every time I pray to him and do not ask for the power to lift the curse. Do you know one who would do such a thing? One who would pray at this chapel's altar, pray to Stendarr for the power to lift this curse? I've told you, the only way to lift the curse from Kellen is to pray to Stendarr for the power to free him. But that means taking the curse on yourself. You'll be marked for life, as will all your children and your children's children. Good day.
Hello there. Come back to see the doomed man, have you? I don't know why they're still here. They're so heavy, and I'm so weak. What does Stendarr want from me? Farewell. How did you? I feel good. I feel good. I don't feel like death. I feel like running.
Look at me!
Hi there. It's you. I've heard of you. You're the one restoring the Knights of the Nine, aren't you? Such humility. I admire you. I am Caradus O'Holan. I originally came to this chapel in search of the Mace of Zenithar. I tried, but I could not pass the test. My faith was weak. Or perhaps Zenithar decided that it was not I who should carry the mace. He has found a use for me, however. The priests have asked me to stay to protect the chapel. After what happened in Anvil, they are afraid. Of the original Divines, Zenithar is thought to be the most in touch with the mortal realm. Some legends say that Zenithar has close ties to Kinnereth, an idea that is supported by the manner in which the two gods' realms interact. Craftsmen devoted to Zenithar are able to create and profit from the materials provided by Kinnereth's natural world. The two work in harmony, the natural world providing for the craftsman. One cannot revere Zenithar without acknowledging the power of Kinnereth. I grew up in Cheydinhal. My father was a cobbler. My mother was an acolyte of Zenithar. She was self-taught, not part of the chapel proper. They were both killed in an accident when I was young. I became a ward of the Crown and was drafted into the Imperial Army. After serving 2 tours patrolling Stros Makai, I left the service for a life devoted to Zenithar, inspired by my parents. Legends say that when Pellinor Whitestrake was slain by the Aliens, a messenger carried the mace to the human settlement of Leowin as a message. Centuries later, the master craftsman St. Calidus built the Chapel of Zenithar in Leowin as a tribute to the legend. When St. Calidus was laid to rest, those who prayed to Zenithar at his tomb began to receive visions of the mace of the Crusader. Legends say that when Pellinor Whitestrake was slain by the Aliens, a messenger carried the mace to the human settlement of Leowin as a message. Centuries later, the master craftsman St. Calidus built the Chapel of Zenithar in Leowin as a tribute to the legend. When St. Calidus was laid to rest, those who prayed to Zenithar at his tomb began to receive visions of the mace of the Crusader. Of the original Divines, Zenithar is thought to be the most in touch with the mortal realm. Some legends say that Zenithar has close ties to Kinnereth, an idea that is supported by the manner in which the two gods' realms interact. Craftsmen devoted to Zenithar are able to create and profit from the materials provided by Kinnereth's natural world. The two work in... Goodbye. I can't believe it. We survived. By the grace of the Nine, we survived. In no small part to you, Sir Knight. By your will, and the will of the Nine, the Chapel of Zenithar has held against this blasphemer. Sir, I pledge you my sword. I wish to join you in your quest to restore the Knights of the Nine and defeat this Umaril. I can only hope to match your bravery and valor. I am honored to serve by your side. Allow me to fetch more suitable equipment. I shall return shortly.
Sir Knight, thank Arkay you are back. I have terrible news. Sir Roderick, I think he's dead. At first things were going well. He prayed at all the shrines and received a vision, a disturbing vision. The shade of Sir Beric spoke to me was all he said. We must put him to rest. We traveled back and forth across Colovia. He was always asking about an old noble family, the Vlindrels. Finally, he found what he was looking for. We went to Underpall Cave, and there he fell. He said that Sir Beric's tomb was in Underpall Cave, which is no cave, but some kind of buried keep. He had learned that Sir Beric had once been a questing knight, like us. He had found the greaves and sword of the Crusader, but then turned to evil. Sir Roderick hoped to find the relics within Sir Beric's tomb, and he did. But we also found a terrible guardian, the wraith of Lord Vlindrel, Sir Beric. Yes, my lady, and I brought you. Sir Roderick shouted for me to take them, the greaves. The holy relic, they're yours. The Wraith, it used it against Sir Roderick. I don't know how that evil thing could use the holy weapon, but it did. It screamed as it struck. I'm sorry. I remember Sir Roderick saying something about the sword before we went to Underpall. It may be important. He was worried that the sword may have been turned to evil, that it may have to be reconsecrated on the altar of its creator, the divine Arkay. That's all I remember. I hope it may help you. Thank you, Sir Knight. I would ask a boon if I could, although I know I do not deserve it. Would you make me a Knight of the Nine? I want to dedicate myself to ridding the world of evil. I owe it to Sir Roderick. Thank you. Thank you, Sir Knight. I will not fail you. Give me a moment to arm myself, and I will accompany you to Underpall Cave to destroy the foul wraith.
How can I help you?
Did you hear that the chapel in Breville's been attacked? Just like Anvil. Where will it stop?
No!
Sure.
What's the news from the other parts of Tamriel?
Sounds like the Empire has given up on stopping the skooma trade and elsewhere. And I hear the tribal chiefs are supporting the Renredric Kryn.
If the Empire isn't going to stop the skooma trade, who will?
Farewell.
Well met, Sir Knight. We meet again. I am here to join your order, having received a divine vision from Kinnereth herself. I have been shown that to protect all Kinnereth's creations, I must take up your cause and be willing to lay down my life for you. So here I am. I have no doubt that our good works will be talked of in the eras to come. Thank you. I shall serve the Order to the best of my ability. I must change into something that suits a knight. Please excuse me.
Look out, man! For Sir Roderick! For Sir Roderick! For Akatash of the Blade! Don't feel bad. No one lives forever. This ends here. Ah! Ah! Sir Roderick, you were a brave knight and good master. Long may your name be remembered in the annals of the relics. Talos and the Nine. This is the way Sir Roderick and I came. Lord Crusader, the prophet is here. He's just arrived. He seemed to know you were coming, told me to wait for you, and here you are. Come. He is preaching to the assembled knights in the chapel. You should speak to him at once.
You have stepped from the humble shadows of obscurity and into legend. No feat you have accomplished in your life compares to what you have become. You are an embodiment of Pelennor Whitestrake, the bane of Umaril the Unfeathered. The time has come for you to fulfill your destiny. Umaril lies hid in the ancient fane of Garlus Malatar. You must go there and destroy him. No. Should you face Umaril, you would suffer the same fate as Pelennor. But times change, and even the shape of the divine itself must change with it. Where once there were 8, now one more stands with them, and they have become 9. Aye, with the apotheosis of Tiber Septim, the face of the divine was transformed. Talos ascended, and the 8 became 9. So, although you wear the armor of the gods, it is incomplete. A relic of the old ways and the old gods. As a proven guardian of this realm, and a warrior the likes of which have not been seen in millennia, Talos grants you his sacred blessing, with the ancient gifts of the 8 and the new gift of the 1. You are ready to face Umaril. It will allow you to follow Umaril into the spirit realm upon his death. It will allow you to destroy him, body and soul, utterly and for all time. You must first kill his living body. While beyond the power of most mortals, this is only the lesser of your 2 tasks. His Daedric nature allows his spirit to escape into oblivion after death. Oh, this is what Pelennor learned upon defeating Umaril the first time. But you can do what Pelennor could not. The blessings of Talos will allow you to follow Umaril's spirit when it leaves his body. This you must do, and you must not fail. You will not, because the 9 fight with you. When Umaril joined with the Daedra, his spirit expanded beyond this realm. His physical form can travel between realms, but his spirit is bound. When his body is destroyed, his spirit travels back to Oblivion and is reformed in the fires of creation with the armor of the gods and the blessing of Talos. You will be able to follow him where Pelennor could not and destroy his very spirit. Once his spirit is destroyed, he will be completely obliterated, erased from all realms of existence. Garlus Malatar was the westernmost outpost of the Ayleid Empire. It watched over what we call the Abyssinian Sea. Since his return, Umaril has taken Garlus Malatar as his lair. That is where you must seek him out. Umaril cannot be bested in his physical form by any normal means. His blows can strike down the mightiest of warriors in a single stroke. The Eight created the relics to withstand Umaril's fell power. Do not attempt to face him without this divine protection. Your knights will assemble at Garlus Malatar and await you there. Gather all those who you deem worthy. Not all who enter those halls shall return. Those who fall in service of the Nine will live on forever in the halls of their fathers. I wish you well on your quest, Crusader. We are depending on you.
Yes, Lord Crusader? I'm at your service, Commander. I am pleased to see that you have them. It is said that the wearer has the blessing of Kinnereth upon him, and will not come to harm from creatures of the forest. It is an honor to serve under you, Crusader. Now that he has attacked Leowyn, it is clear that no chapel is safe from his wrath. Good day.
Take that!
This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death.
Rakatash and the Nine!
This is grand.
The Knights of the Nine have come for you!
I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm. The justice of Julianus guides my blade. Down with you in the name of Father Akaton!
No one lives forever!
You're pathetic.
Down with you in the name of Father Arkatosh! You realize I've been holding back.
For Talos of the Nine! You're pathetic. You'll never take me down.
Knights of the Nine, follow me!
Umaril. Crusader, arise, stand and face the light. Breathe again, and receive your reward. You have completed your divine task. You have restored the Order. You have defeated the enemy of the Nine. The Order shall serve as the sword and the shield of the Nine in the dark times to come. We owe you a debt of thanks. You have succeeded where we could not. You and your knights have held true to your purpose. At long last, our purgatory is at an end. We go to the glory of the Nine to serve in their host in the life beyond this one. You may call upon our spirits when you need us. Simply pray at our tombs, and each of us will grant you a blessing from the Nine. May your sword serve the Nine all the days of your life, Crusader. Farewell.
You redeemed my soul from the evil that had ensnared me. For that, I am forever in your debt. The old bitterness that seemed so important to me in life. What is that now? How to weigh that against my very soul? The Knights of the Nine stand together once again. I would not have thought it possible. We owe you a great debt. The evil took hold of me the day that I slew Sir Caius on the Priory steps. I baited him, knowing his temper. And then I killed him when he drew against me. I killed him in cold blood, with the holy sword itself. I could have disarmed him, or wounded him, but a cold pride had taken hold of me, and so I slew him, went to war, and never returned. The evil grew upon me until I became cruel, a tyrannical ruler, a terror upon the land. In death, evil held me even tighter than in life. Thanks to you, that is all behind me. Sir Caius and I will go to Aetherius side by side, as of old. The gods are truly merciful. I took the sword down with me into evil. You have redeemed us both. The gods smile on such deeds, noble knight. Go with virtue.
Lord Crusader, how can this be? You're alive. It's a miracle. I heard voices in the Undercroft, and I came to investigate. You vanished in Garlus Malatar. After the battle, we searched further into the ruin and found you next to Umaril's corpse. You had no wounds on your body, but you were dead. I saw it with my own eyes. You did not draw breath. We laid you to rest in the Undercroft. We kept your death a secret. We feared what would happen if our enemies thought you were dead. I can see that. You'll have to excuse me. I need a moment to collect my thoughts. We found Umaril's body next to yours, but it seemed that you had met the same fate as Pellinor Whitestrake. We didn't know. Tell me, Umaril, what happened? Did you succeed in pursuing him into the spirit realm as the prophet said? I never doubted you, Crusader, but I must tell the others that you're alive. Knights of the Nine, hear me. Today we have witnessed undeniable proof of the strength and the might of the gods we serve. Slain in battle with the dread Umaril, by the grace and mercy of the Nine, the Crusader lives again. How can this be, you ask? What of our foe? What has become of Umaril the Unfeathered? Umaril has been slain by the Crusader. His very spirit cast into the void and destroyed for all eternity. He will never rise again. Let us give thanks to the Nine. By their power, the Crusader has rid the world of Umaril forever. Hail the Lord Crusader!
arisen!
Yes, Lord Crusader.
I am at your service, Lord Crusader. The Knights of the Nine have prevailed over Umaril. Truly, the gods have shown us favor. Pellinal. Lead the way, Sir Knight.